You're not as alone as you think you are. I think you're probably feeling lonely, and I get that it's really tough, especially as a guy, because you don't necessarily have 10 messages to wake up to from everybody telling you that they love you, they care about you. Sometimes you might go a really long time without people telling you that they care about you or that they love you, or even have physical intimacy with someone, where that be something as simple as getting a hug from someone. I know that it can be tough to go a really long time without those things, but trust me when I tell you that you're not nearly as alone as you think you are. There's always going to be people in your life that you might not truly appreciate as much as you should, that are showing you that they do love you, that they do care about you, that you are important to them. Whether that be your friends at school, your parents, your siblings, other relatives, mentors, teachers. There's definitely people out there who do really care about you and who would be really sad and upset if something were to happen to you. And I mean, I'm making this video as a reminder to myself, because I find myself oftentimes feeling very alone, feeling like I'm on my own, like I don't have these strong connections, like I don't have people I can rely on. But usually I find that comes as a result of, at least in my case, not getting the validation of specific people that I really need validation from, or that I feel that I need validation from. I get upset when, maybe the person you like, the person you have a crush on, isn't texting you back, isn't responding to your messages. You might be really upset in certain scenarios like that, because it makes you feel worthless, it makes you feel unloved. But I don't know, man. I think you just have to look around you and really truly appreciate the things people do for you, to show you that they do care. Whether that be your mom coming into your room randomly, giving you some sliced fruit that she prepared for you, or your friends inviting you out to hang out, or someone sending you a text message that shows that they were thinking about you. Even something as simple as, these days, like someone sending you an Instagram reel or a TikTok or something like that. Even though I don't think things like that can really replace human interaction, or being told that someone cares about you, or having someone tell you that they care about you, it still reflects the fact that they were thinking of you, that they came across something that reminded them of you, and they wanted to share that with you. Or maybe they just thought something was funny, wanted you to see it, wanted you to also laugh. Or maybe they saw something they thought you would like. Maybe they saw something that they wanted to do with you. It can often be these really small things that we don't appreciate as much in the moment, but do communicate that people do care about you. And mostly making this video because yesterday I woke up feeling very alone, down. Something about the coldness in the air, especially around fall, just evokes this feeling of loneliness for me, this feeling of melancholy. And it was really making me upset, and I felt very just disconnected from other people. I didn't want to interact with others. I felt like there wasn't someone I could talk to about this, someone who would really get it. So I was just in a really bad mood throughout the morning. That was until I met up with some of my friends to help them out with a project they were working on. And, you know, through that experience, I was kind of just reminded that through the laughter, through us making jokes, through us just messing around, I kind of reminded myself that, okay, I do have people that do care about me, that do consider me. And I just definitely felt lighter after that interaction. And then later that day, I still met up with my friend and I talked with him, and we had this conversation, checking in about how our weeks were going, about our goals, like our aspirations, what progress we've been making. And you know, just through being able to laugh really hard with him and also have a conversation where I could be honest about how I was feeling and just like really just genuinely communicate like how upset I was and where my head was. It really just again, it continued that lightning, like that kind of lifting of the weight that I felt that was making me upset. And then I thought back to Saturday, a day where, you know, I was surrounded by, you know, friends. I was able to make jokes, I was able to laugh, and you know, I had two separate people that day tell me that they love me. Not even in like, you know, a super dramatic way. But I just had, you know, two separate people just like at different points in our interaction throughout the night just say that, just say the words "I love you." And you know, I do consider myself very blessed to have that kind of affection shown towards me, because I know, again, a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people don't necessarily experience that kind of affection at all. And I would consider myself someone who is still trying to get my interactions with other people better, still working on my relationships, still not quite satisfied in the closeness of a lot of my relationships. But yeah, that was I just reminded myself that, yeah, I really do have people there for me, even if at times it can really not feel like it. And I don't say all this to, I guess, flex or brag or anything like that, because again, I still do consider myself a bit person who's on like the fringe of being like well connected, who's someone who still has to work on my relationships, someone who does still want to get closer with a lot of people. But I also know what it's like to be in that headspace of I'm alone, I have no one, just to be completely depressed. And I know what it's like to truly have that be the case, but I also know what it's like for that to be something that my mind is telling me, that my mind is trying to convince me of, when it's not necessarily true. And I feel like a lot of people are in that state where, they might not have the best connections, they might not have the dream social life, and they definitely should still work towards making it better. They should work towards improving their social skills, interacting with people, because that's what I'm doing. I'm still not satisfied or content with how things are at all. But I still can recognize that, I still do have people that care about me. And I think as long as you have one person who cares about you, and that might just be your mom or your dad or your siblings, as long as you have that one person, that's all the proof you need to see that you are loved and that people do really care about you, and you are worthy of the love that you seek, even if you might not be receiving it right now in the way that you want. And I just wanted to make this video as kind of a reminder to myself and also people going through similar things, of just to remind yourself that you do have people around you that care about you. You are loved. You do have people that value you. You just have to sometimes think a bit harder, not get so caught up in the sadness of not getting the validation of, your crush or whatever, to make you think that you're not worthy of love, because it's not true. And with all that, sappy bullshit out of the way, still obviously gonna keep grinding, always keep improving yourself, always keep improving your relationships with others. But oftentimes we just don't appreciate what you have. Always be grateful for what you have, because it can always be worse. There's always someone who has it worse, and those things can always be taken away from you like that. Within a day's notice, you can lose those things that you weren't grateful for, but as soon as you lose them, you realize how much they meant to you. So always be grateful for what you have, but never let that stop you from always wanting better, always wanting to improve yourself, always wanting to be a better person to the ones you care about, to your family, to your loved ones, to your partner. Always want more, but never be greedy. Be grateful for what you have, always strive for better. And that's basically all I wanted to say in this video. You're not as alone as you think you are. If you're feeling really alone, comment down below, and I'm sure, I'm definitely in this struggle with you as well, brothers. So don't for a second think you're alone, because there's always someone going through it just like you. There's always people out there who are going to love you, who are going to care about you, who do value you. But never let that stop you. Never let that make you get content and stop working, because you always got to keep working. But don't work to disprove the ones that you hate. Or you can, but always keep in the back of your mind that you need to improve for the ones that you love as well. So kind of a rambly video, but I just wanted to communicate that with you guys, because that's something that I have to constantly remind myself of, is that I'm never as alone as I think I am. And as someone who knows what it's like to feel disconnected from literally every other human being in the world, even their family, even their friends, even their loved ones, I know that if it's possible for me to kind of get through that and find people who care about me, or at least become conscious of the people that care about me, then I know you guys definitely can too. So that's all I want to say in this video. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.